From Kevin Costner's drama-filled exit to a new male lead to possibly run Yellowstone Ranch, this is Yellowstone's reaction to Matthew McConaughey joining Yellowstone. After many rumors at the beginning of 2023, the future of the very popular A Paramount Western drama was threatened. But there's nothing to worry about, even though we finally have confirmation that Yellowstone is officially canceled after Season 5, a new show is coming. That will give Yellowstone fans some peace. Honestly, no one should expect a proper ending to the current series.
The choice that I saw was between this place and you.
Maybe this is the way we have both.
But we can expect to get some insight, closure, and continued character arcs in the spin-off series named 1923. 1923 came out in February 2023, and so far has been received pretty well. This is great news, as we now have a new place to see what happens with our beloved characters. But the bad news is that we will probably see what happens with a lot of shows that are rushed to end. The worst case is that we get a sloppy end to Yellowstone with a lot of loose endings and no satisfaction. But that's not the end-all be-all, because the writers will do this to drive viewers to look for answers in the new show. So at least, we have hope in the sequel to give us the ending we always wanted for Yellowstone and the Dutton family.
You attack my family, it's gonna be the last thing you ever do.
The only thing we know for sure is that the writers will have to find a clear way to write out Kevin Costner's character and the lead, John Dutton. Because if you're caught up on the drama surrounding the actor and the TV series, then you know Kevin Costner announced he will exit Yellowstone at the end of Season 5, allegedly due to scheduling conflicts. The creator of Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan, believed that the series was so heavily tied to Kevin Costner as the lead character that it wouldn't make sense to continue Yellowstone without him. This left the question of what would happen to the remaining Yellowstone cast members. I mean, we love them just as much as John Dutton, maybe even more. This left a lot of people upset about Yellowstone ending. But we don't have to be sad for too long, because with Yellowstone ending, we lose a Costner, but with the new spin-off series, we keep our beloved Yellowstone cast and gain an additional Matthew McConaughey. A lot of fans were wondering if there was going to be a time skip, but since it has been said that a lot of the Yellowstone's cast will star in the new spin-off series, a time skip would not make sense. Still, Taylor Sheridan, the creator of Yellowstone, is apparently a huge fan of flashbacks. So, perhaps the Yellowstone cast stars in flashbacks alongside new cast members who will play in the present day of the spin-off series. This would allow a dual timeline that showcases the past and the present to give us more insight on the Dutton family. Okay, what does the plot of the future Yellowstone spin-off look like then? Let's explore the two big possibilities of what could happen. We know for a fact that Kevin Costner is out, which means so is John Dutton, who owns Yellowstone Ranch and runs it with the Dutton family. In the new series, Matthew McConaughey is in, but in what way? John Dutton will have left Yellowstone Ranch in one way or another. I'm going to guess by death, but we'll see. This leaves the ranch without a real owner, and the spin-off will probably start with the turmoil and chaos of the Dutton family as they figure out how to run the ranch without the patriarch. In the dual timeline theory, Matthew McConaughey could very possibly play a grown-up Tate Dutton, son of Monica and Case, grandson of John and Evelyn Dutton. The plot would follow a grown-up Tate, played by Matthew McConaughey in the present timeline running the ranch while cutting to flashbacks of the Yellowstone cast, playing out the events that took place at the end of Yellowstone Season 5. The other theory is that without a ranch owner, a new stranger possibly would step in to take over. That stranger would be none other than Matthew McConaughey. The timeline would continue shortly after the end of Yellowstone and John Dutton's leave, or untimely demise. It could be interesting to see Matthew McConaughey take over the ranch as the new owner and serve as a likable villain to the Dutton family as they try to take back the ranch. What do you think? Which would you prefer to see, or do you have a more likely theory for the sequel? Also, with all of this happening so fast, you might be wondering what the Yellowstone cast thinks. Back when Kevin Costner first announced that he was leaving, which decreased morale among these cast and crew, there was drama when many did not show up for a cast party. At the same time, writers were going on strike and delaying the script and production of Season 5. This was really creating the narrative that things were not going well internally for the Yellowstone franchise. So, as you can probably guess, there was a lot of uneasiness surrounding Yellowstone and its future. During that time, many of the cast members could have feared that the season would not continue and their jobs would be at stake. So, as it was good news to us, it's even greater news to them that they will continue starring in the new spin-off series. There are several reasons the cast of Yellowstone would be excited or even relieved to have Matthew McConaughey on set. One of these reasons is simply that Kevin Costner and Taylor Sheridan did not work well together. There are numerous interviews and statements about how they were constantly picking fights on set, on social media, wherever. Now I've worked in jobs where coworkers didn't get along, where management was hard to work with and it was awful. Actors often have to be on set for lengthy amounts of time, longer and more intimately than any of us have ever had to be at work dealing with our coworkers. Just to have tension on set would be a substantial amount of increased stress, on top of what is already a very stressful and exhausting job. Not to mention, Kevin Costner was rumored to be difficult to work with, drunk at work, and possibly intimate with a crew member. So, having someone like that leave and bringing in a fresh new cast member who is well-known, well-liked, and doesn't come with a lot of baggage is good news to everyone. Yellowstone star Josh Lucas made a public statement and is excited for whatever is coming with Matthew McConaughey. He says hell yes and bring it on and is excited to see if the former True Detective star will bring some of that dark energy, a weight to the Yellowstone spin-off series.
Today about Matthew McConaughey coming into the universe. Sure, of course. Will we see you there, a part of this spin-off? And what do you say to Matthew?
Look, I would love to. I mean, Matthew, I think, knows Taylor. He's from Texas. He knows this world in a way as well.
Of course, how will the fans handle this? Especially the ones that have grown to watch and love John played by Kevin Costner. Fans have a less than positive reaction to this. Firstly, they're pretty upset that Kevin Costner is leaving the show, and that leads to being pretty upset that Yellowstone is ending. Paramount has assured that Matthew McConaughey is a phenomenal talent with whom they're delighted to partner with. But fans have commented that Matthew joining is the end of a good show. Fans have said that whoever replaces Kevin Costner needs to be a real man's man, and we have yet to see if Matthew has what it takes. Regardless, in December 2023, Matthew will join the Dutton universe in one way or another. And fans of the Yellowstone universe, I can look forward to seeing him and the rest of the cast in 1923. There you have it, from the ending of a groundbreaking Western drama series to Matthew McConaughey possibly saving the franchise in a new spin-off. This is Yellowstone's reaction to Matthew McConaughey joining Yellowstone.